Today is July 22nd, and this is my daily trading journal. And basically, I just made a video. It lasted probably about 15 minutes, and when I went to replay it, I noticed that the sound wasn't on. It said the sound was on, but it didn't record anything. So I'm going to record it again. My whole idea to make these videos was to save time instead of logging them down in like a traditional journal format. I'd record it real quick and be done, right? But that's not the case. But I still do like making these video journals. I still like them just because of the fact that I can talk. I don't really have any trading friends that I talk to. You know, on the internet it's different. You can type it, but to actually hear yourself talk and try to communicate these things verbally, it helps. I think it helps with my psychology. I can analyze how my voice sounds and kind of listen to myself to to kind of judge my theories of what the market's doing and see if it sounds right or not. But I think it helps. It's hard to explain. You'd have to do it. It's better than talking to yourself, that's for sure. So anyway, I'm gonna make a new video right now, and I'll tell you what I did today. Today was a pretty bad day, to be honest. I made 2 losses, no wins, 0 and 2. Today, basically what happened, this vertical line's the opening, and I had a chance to get short right away. I skipped it. This was a doji. We're at the top of this channel. We're at the trend line, and I was thinking about jumping right in, but I was a bit tired still. Just had barely on my first coffee, and what happened? Broke out, pulled back, made a double bottom. I didn't want to take this trade right here because I was afraid of the double bottom, and I thought we're probably just going to reverse and make a trading range today. I was a little early in that presumption. Basically, we came down and formed a second entry short. I consider that a first entry, second entry, which was a good trade. I think I would have been more influenced by this trade if this bar closed a little bit more bearish, maybe a tick, maybe 2 ticks down. If it closed like that, I'd definitely been more influenced, even though I know 100% it's a tick chart. It doesn't matter how the bar closes. It still influences me. It still has that psychological effect. I think it would have been enough to push me into that trade, but because of how that closed, is that bearish type of doji bar, I decided to skip that completely, and I definitely wasn't interested in this trade here. I thought, because I don't know, I had a feeling that this was we needed to test this area of yesterday, this breakout point. We never tested it, and once we did, somewhere around here, I believe that we would find a bottom and make a trading range. That's actually what happens. So let me talk about my first trade. First trade, we came off this area of support and bounced and broke this trend line convincingly with some strength, and I believe that we get up here to the highs. I believe we get up to this area up here. I believe that we can get there and just basically form a trading range. So what happened is I had this trend line drawn up, these 2 lows right here. And basically when the market came out, broke above the moving average, pulled back, formed the doji, and this bar came down and touched the moving average and my trend line that I had. It's a pretty steep trend line, but I still thought we can get possibly a leg 1 equals leg 2 move up to this area. I mean. So I took this entry long down here. It was a double bottom with these two matching lows as well. So I guess you can consider it a second entry. But basically I enter, and this bar looked like it was about to trap me out, and then went up and closed inside of the trend line. And I decided, okay, I'd just hold. I was thinking about getting rid of the position because it was taking so long, but I went ahead and held, and was stopped out on the next bar. Bam, right there. I had my stop at one tick below that signal bar, and from this point, I was looking for a long, but I wasn't super aggressive. In the past, trading the NQ mainly, this would happen to me. I'd enter, boom, get stopped, then my re-entry, it would look great, enter, stop, and if I had the balls to enter a third time, and I've done that, I've been stopped on the third one too, so taking 3 losses, full sized in a row on one trading idea. That's happened to me. I made an effort to never do that again, but as a consequence to that, if the re-entry looked decent, sometimes I'm a little bit lazy with it. I'll just let it slide and wait. And I'm a very patient person, and sometimes I'll wait too long. And that's what happened here. I just wait, sell this. I think if the bar was a bit smaller, I think I'd have been more into this trade. But it was pretty big, and the risk is pretty decent. But on a trade like this, I definitely could have dropped the limit order a tick back, maybe even 2 ticks, and I would have been filled, so it could have had a low risk trade. But the problem is getting in with that is once I start dropping limit orders in too far, I basically cut myself off, and I guarantee that I'll take a losing trade, but I will not guarantee if I take that I'll be in a strong trade. For example, if the market rushes up and doesn't fill me, I'm out of that trade. Never been filled, right? But if the market goes up and then drops down and in violent fashion decides to trap all the longs, I guarantee that I'm going to be in that position. I'm going to take a loss. So I'm trying to find a balance between that. So recently I've just been trying to enter on the highs. I've had pretty good luck with that in the past, and so that's what I've been trying to do. Not too aggressive with those limit orders. So anyway, after that I drew some new lines. Found a new channel. A steep one wasn't it. This was a breakout pullback long, but I have a problem. As soon as if I get trapped out, or if I take a loss, sometimes even if I take a profitable trade afterwards, I feel like, okay, I'll lag a little bit. I'll take things a little bit slower, and I tend to just watch things more as they go. And that's what happened here. I saw it, okay, breakout pullback long. Should I enter? Nah. And I let it pass. And my next entry, I waited, it came up, tested the top of the channel, went to this area, formed a double top, perfect double top with these two bars here. Made 2-leg pullback down on the moving average trend line. I was waiting for this one, but it closes the doji. I was still planning on entering right here, but nothing triggered, and we went down on this other bar and went up, formed a perfect doji right there as well. And at this point, I was wondering about the trade, and then I decided to draw this trend line right here, and I waited, and then this bar closed bullish and broke this short-term trend line, and I decided, okay, as soon as it ticks 1 tick above, I'll put a limit order in, and I did that. Right now, all the volume dried up, and there was probably about twice as many 5-minute bars as there were 2000 tick bars. So I was right here for a while, and it took a long time. But the second entry long right there. Gotta wonder if I should take that or not. Break of this, we had a break of this small channel and a test, but we're still in this trading range. Hard to tell what's going to happen, but I think it's too late for me to take this. Yeah, it is tempting, but it's almost 1 o'clock. So anyway, a little distraction right there with that entry. Second entry long, coming off this area of support. Possibly a good trade. Okay, so I took this loss right here, and this took a long time. If you look at the 5-minute, I entered right there. This doji right here is my entry bar, and it actually took probably like 15 minutes of just overlapping before I was able to enter. So that's what happened right there. Waited a long time. I started questioning the trade, but it still looked like my premise could be correct and we can get another leg up, at least a test at the high. That's not what happened. And again, trapped out, stopped out, and just like what happened over here, once I got stopped, I made the same mistake, and I saw this entry coming here after we got a decent trendline break, and I consider this a retest for a trading range. Came up and retested the line perfectly. Nice reversal bar. I could have been entered short right there, and I could have been filled anywhere in here. I had plenty of opportunity and time to enter this trade. I was looking at it, but again, I was lagging. Had that don't care attitude right after the trade. Lost 2 times in a row. I don't like doing that, but I'm pretty used to it. It's happened a lot in the past. So anyway, I just waited. And my next idea right here was I believed that the market was going to come and test this level before working its way higher, or at least making another trading range in this area. So I didn't take this short. I used to take these kind of shorts in the past and lost a lot of money doing that. So instead, I figured if this bar closed bullishly, again, I know it's a tick chart, but still, yeah, it still influences me. I need to get over it. But this bar closes, and it looks like a strong reversal type of bar. I'll go long right here because I figured if it goes here, it's going to trap a lot of those shorts. And if you look at it, yeah, it would have worked. Got a point right there, and I believe I would have exited the other contract at a point too, so I'd have taken a full scalp on it. So I could have technically used this as the signal bar and just got in it anyway, and it would have been okay. But again, like I was talking about in the beginning, that those bars do influence me. If it closes really strong, like this bar looks very strong. That's a reversal bar. Then if it pulled back real quick at the last second and closed down here, this looks a lot stronger than that to me. So anyway, that's how my day went. 2 losses, a little frustrated, but I'm here to trade tomorrow. So I hope everybody did better than me today. And maybe I should have taken this trade. I always say that once I see it do good, but that's a good second entry, I think. Anyway, hope everybody had a good day today, and I'll see everybody tomorrow, or they'll see me tomorrow, whatever. Alright, thanks.